Demon Slayer season 3 is finally here. UFOtable, you outdid yourselves. Let's talk about it. Yes, Brent here, back with the man, the myth, the marvel, the chaos, Hashira himself. Will, how do we feel about Demon Slayer season 3, episode 1?
Now, I am very excited to see where this arc is going to go because it seems like it's going to be more of a focus on Tanjiro. You got the other characters, Zenitsu and Inosuke, kind of off doing their thing. So this is going to be a straight streamline focused on him and whatever he's got going on. So I'm really excited to see what they're going to do and how they're going to up his game after the whole outing with the upper six. So it's a lot to process just with that alone, and we've got way more, coming with it. So let's get into it.
And if you guys want to stay tuned for all that exciting content, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button, notification bell, like, dislike, all that fun jazz. But look, the fact that the upper five got summoned to go hang out with Muzan, things are very real at this current point in time because this hasn't happened in what they said like 112 years.
113 years. Yep.
It is a long, long time. And Kokushibu is that dude. If you've read any part of the manga, you know he means business, and it's a great read. I'm not going to spoil anything for y'all because you guys are watching along with us. But man, him and Akaza have got a lot of issues. But I mean, they are powerful as hell, and the fact that they're bringing out these guys shows that Tanjiro is going to have to go from kind of good enough that Tengen can kind of carry him over to he's going to have to do some things. And I'm so happy that they put some respect on Tengen's name, that he got to go retire, go live his best life, and go do his things because he deserved all that. And now that we have Moichiro back in the fold, the Mist Hashira, things are going to get really, really crazy. Genya is hanging out as well. So there's a lot of things to talk about with this episode. But before I hand the mic back to you, I got to say UFOtable, the animation in this, beautiful, top to bottom. There was very little that you can critique of any standpoint whatsoever. So I got to say, fantastic job. They're not going to let Mappa just pass them by like this. So appreciate all the hard work that they did.
No, they are definitely doing some really good work. So again, we got the Miss Hashira, we got the Love Hashira making an appearance, and she definitely had an appearance on screen. So it's great that we got it's Kanroji out here about to really do her thing, and we're gonna see what she's really capable of. Now, with this, with having more of the Hashiras in play, and we getting us losing, two Hashiras, so essentially with Tengen and Rengoku, we now have to see what they're going to do to step up their game. And because we have 5 upper ranked demons, and it looks like we got 2 that are going to be coming out in force with upper 5 and upper 4, which is Gyoko and Hantengu. They're coming to verify information that Gyoko had to bring to Lord Muzan. So I don't know if we're going to get a couple clashes, or it's going to be something similar to where we're going to kind of get them to clash and they take off and they're going to come back again, kind of like we're dealing with Akaza, or if we're going to get a straight up fight because we already fought the upper 6, which was essentially a 2-for-1 with that fight. But now you've got 2 upper ranked demons that have their own complete skill set, like they're not reliant on each other. So this is going to be a whole different kind of fight when it comes down to it. And again, I want to see what the Love Hashira and the Miss Hashira can do and how much they're going to be a part of this, or is it going to be Tanjiro having to go some of this alone?
Yeah, I don't know how much Moichiro will play into this, whether they'll do some kind of change up from what it is. Moichiro might end up being part of the spotlight for a little bit, and we might get swapped out. The Snake Hashira, if I'm not mistaken, might be swapping in at some point in time because he seems to be on the cover for the season. But hey, they could change everything up, and I'm 100% okay with it. Moichiro is a great character, and I know that him and Tanjiro have a lot of experience together overall, so they'll get to know each other a little bit better. And there was a reason that they introduced him as early as they did in this series overall, and it's going to be nuts because you can see the different power levels, how huge a gap there is. Muzan was able to rip off an upper five head in a matter of like milliseconds, and literally was just holding it, just kind of like playing around with it. And then Kokushibu shows up in front of Akaza so fast that Akaza is even just like, "Oh, okay, I guess you're here now." So these Hashira are going to have to, do some serious work in order to get things taken care of. And I think this might be one of the greatest anime arcs we could be seeing on screen, because everything from Demon Slayer here forward is balls to the wall. And I honestly don't know how much of Zenitsu or Inosuke we'll be seeing moving forward other than callback shots, because they kind of fade to the background as the series continues, which they're great characters, but we could kind of tell in the last arc they weren't pulling the same weight that Tanjiro was pulling.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to pulling that weight, like we're really going to see, because right now Lord Muzan is like he's pissed. He does not like change. He specifically said he does not like change. He wants things to stay exactly the same, and that's something he's very passionate about. And then when it comes down to Kokushibo, he's very in tune with the hierarchy staying where it needs to be as far as placement. You know, when Akaza's disrespecting Doma, and he's like, I'm not going to stand for that. And it's not about either of them. It's about like, don't disrespect the hierarchy. You got these two individuals who are very particular about that one thing that bugs the hell out of them. And if you mess up that one thing, like the wrath that's coming is finna be insurmountable at this point. Like it's really finna go in. And you got to think about the levels that Tanjiro has to now get to face off about this. Again, he's still down there with the upper six. Like upper six just got defeated with help. So it's like I'm so excited to see where this is gonna go and how this is gonna expand, because if it's this good now, by the time we get to season 6 or whatever they're gonna go to, like this is gonna be ridiculous. Like I am way too hyped for this. So I'm excited. Like I really want to know how we're gonna play this out and what's gonna happen, because the swordsmiths really are. We're talking about having he's got to get a new sword right now. That's the main thing. He's got to get a new sword, and his guy Hotaru, he is missing, and they don't know why. So that's the whole point of this episode, was to set up. Okay, we got to find him, rescue him, and he's got to get a new sword before he can really go into combat. I mean, he's got that headbutt. Don't get me wrong; it's gonna be freaking great, but new swords got to come into play at some point in time, and how we set this up. I don't know. I'm too freaking high. I'm shaking at this point because I want to know how they're going to play this out and who else is going to come in to really support Tanjiro during these efforts. So,
And I think ultimately with this season, I think there'll be two more after this one, based upon the manga and how everything plays out, to
mm-hmm.
cover and finish up what we've got here. So things are going to be very crazy. And again, Domu has that crazy energy. Overconfident, does not give a damn. He is Satoru Gojo of this universe, as far as just lackadaisical, not caring, doing what he wants when he wants. But even he was still kind of like, as soon as Kokushiba showed up, he was like, okay, I'll be a little bit quieter. I'll be a little more in tune. Like, I'm still me, but
yeah, because he was
I ain't messing around with this.
He was talking a lot of trash to Akaza about how he got promoted over him. And yeah, when Kokushiba showed up, it was like, yeah, no.
It's like, my bad, boss. I'm going to stop talking now. So there's going to be a lot of great stuff for you guys. We have tons of great things planned for you for this upcoming week. We'll have The Mandalorian. We'll have DC's Titans returning the very next night. Friday, we will be having the Lord of the Rings, What Went Wrong with It covered, and then followed up with Demon Slayer. So we got 4 new things for you guys. Be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button. I don't have any further thoughts pertaining to this. I'm just excited for next week. Will, your thoughts?
I got no other further thoughts. Like I said, it was fantastic. I just got an email. So if you guys want, you can go check out. Again, this is not a sponsored video, but Mini Katana is having a sale on Demon Slayer swords. So definitely go check them out. So at that, see if you find out, because I'm going to order something.
At a certain point, you just kind of have to. Maybe base it on your favorite Hashira.
Possibly.
So we got some things in the works for you guys. We'll see you in the next episode. Tengen over Rengoku.